What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris with game number 2 we have between Overachievers and Wingardium Leviosa. This is, of course, from the AD2L Season 3 Invitational. Be sure to check out the sponsor Pro Build System, as well as check out the ticket and support the tournament by doing all of that, which is pretty sweet. So we had the same sides as last time. Overachievers choosing to get first pick over side, and then Wingardium Leviosa okay with Radiant, I guess. So yeah, they're going to highly pick up the Centaur War Runner, probably again for Papa Karcher. Getting that initiation was just so good for them in the last game. And well, this time Wingardium Leviosa, they're going to be the ones looking for initiation with a Bat Rider first pick, followed instantly by the Wraith King as kind of a pseudo deny. I mean, Overachievers, well, they're gonna get the Mirana anyway, so they're probably looking to get a relatively similar lineup as last time. They have also banned out the Viper. Wingardium Leviosa's Viper, played by Dreams, was not really the biggest issue for them, but I guess it was more of a personal annoyance thing. Maybe they realized that, hey, we have a Centaur, and Viper, well, that's not how that works. Okay. So not really sure why that happened. I feel like they dealt with Viper easily enough. Templar Assassin into that Viper lane maybe was a little bit too risky for their tastes. But either way, Viper not going to be showing his face in this particular game. Wingardium Leviosa, I think this time they were really close to closing it out. If they took that set of Raxes in its entirety, I don't even know when that was, I want to say like 30 minutes in the last game. If they did that, instead of just taking the range Rax, I think the game definitely would have been in their favor at the very least. So I wouldn't really fault them if they go for the same super turbo mid-game plan again, just because you could chalk that last one up to a misplay or fluke, or we clumped up a little bit too much for Centaur Warbinder. If we do the same thing again, except we don't clump up and we get the initiation, then we should be fine. But again, Overachievers, if they get the Centaur Warrunner, that Blink Dagger, and if they have a Mirana, which they do for that Moonlight Shadow, they'll be able to get those initiations off. And well, Wingardium Leviosa, we'll see if they could actually manage to dodge it. We can see this time, Wingardium Leviosa choosing not to ban the Bane. They will stick to the Shadow Demon ban after seeing the Mirana Warbinder, same as last game. And Overachievers choosing to ban out the Doom that was played by Big Rock. Really effective for, as effective as a Doom can be, the first 30-40 minutes or whatever. Or I would say 30. Then after that, really just fell off. He was really big. He took a lot of hits, but he didn't do any damage, and unfortunately, that's not going to win you games as Doom. Or at least when no one else in your team has any damage either. That's not a good situation. So Bat Rider, Wraith King. Where do they want to go for this one? One support. It's so weird saying Wraith King is support, but it's true. And there we go, Jakiro. Okay. So Jakiro for a little bit of AoE. Jumping someone with the Wraithfire Blast and Ice Path is pretty legit. It's pretty good. I feel like they could have waited for Jakiro. Overachievers probably didn't want that one. They really wanted to set a person, and there they have it. Shadow Shaman could go towards the mid lane. No, here's what their plan is. They're going to go for a big team fight comp. So getting the Darkseer is probably going to put the Bat Rider in the mid lane, at least for now, unless they pick up another mid lane hero. So Bat Rider in the mid lane, Darkseer alone in a lane, possibly with Wraith King Jakiro. That's not a terrible tri lane, but I'd be more surprised if they did that. So Darkseer against Centaur Warrunner. It's not the best lane for Darkseer, but it's still completely functional. Those Ion Shells will destroy Centaur Warrunner pretty much no matter what. And Overachievers, last time they ran aggro, so Mirana, Shadow Shaman, who's it going to be for the last one? Jakiro Wraith King is pretty tough to go against. Jakiro is one of the healthier, aside from Ogre Magi. I believe he has the highest health out of Int heroes. Bat Rider has a lot. I don't know. Well, so does Darkseer. Okay, never mind. I'm wrong. I'm wrong, guys. Okay. Jakiro has a lot of health, regardless, though. Not the most of anything or anything like that. But he does have a lot. They're gonna go for the Lich. So right now, Overachievers, they're shaping up like they might want to go for dual lanes. Lich is a really good dual lane hero, just because you get a good experience edge with all the denies that you have with that sacrifice. But Overachievers, at the very least, have a little bit of flexibility. They're looking for a mid lane hero, though Shadow Shaman can, in a pinch, fill that role. Mirana, Centaur Warrunner, Shadow Shaman, though, is a pretty dangerous combination. Don't really think they're going to do that, though. Warrunner probably going to go off on his own versus the Darkseer, and they're going to try to run these tri-lanes into each other. Lich Shadow Shaman versus Wraith King Jakiro so far or Lich Mirana rather. It's difficult to say because Overachievers, their tri-lane last game was terrible. I mean, their tri-lane on paper was good. The execution had a little bit to be desired. So I don't really know how much stock I would put into these tri-lanes since, you know, Overachievers had the edge, had the theoretical edge last tri-lane, but it didn't perform. So who knows what we'll see this game.
Radiant team pick.
Morphling as well as Dazzle being the bans out now from Wingardium Leviosa and Overachievers respectively. Overachievers, they could have worked pretty well with the Morphling. Put the Mirana in the mid lane. Morphling Lich Shadow Shaman is devastating. Oh god, that hurts. That hurts a lot. Everyone's ranged and you get the sacrifice experience swing going. It's painful. Wingardium Leviosa, they're probably going to look for a carry. Jakiro, Wraith King, and then someone else. No, I mean, their stuns are okay. Their initiation's pretty good. If they pick up a Luna or a Gyro or something like that, they could have that much more AoE teamfight presence. I think that might be what they want to go for. Maybe they want to go something a little bit more durable. You know, someone like a Lifestealer who could, you know, tear down that Centaur Warrunner. Open Wounds isn't the best for Stampede, but, you know, when you have stuns like Ice Path and Wraith King and Bat Rider, plus Vacuums, I guess, it's not the worst way to go for them. Of course, that will mean that there are 2 melees in tri-lane, which is less than ideal, but still completely functional. So going for a Lifestealer won't be too terrible. They could say screw it and make Wraith King farm, which I would like to see. Or they could just go for a Gyro Luna, one of those really heavy early mid-game carry heroes. They could even go big and go for Faceless Void. No, they're going to go for Sand King. Okay, so Jakiro, Sand King, Wraith King. That is going to... Well, first of all, they have 2 kings in their team, so, you know, style points for Wingardium Leviosa. But Sand King, as well as Jakiro, are going to be the supports. First of all, Darkseer Sand King, if it does come to that, is pretty brutal. Burst Strike is a dangerous skill, and if you get a easier chance to land it, then you're in the money. But from this game, we're going to be seeing, most likely, a farming Wraith King. So I ask and I receive. The dream is real, guys. The dream is real. Farming Wraith King is going to be able to, well, he needs a BKB pretty desperately in this game if he wants to actually do the damage. Unless he's on the offensive all the time, which is very possible as well. So Overachievers, this last pick will definitely show what their lanes are going to look like. Because right now, Shadow Shaman and Mirana both in contention for the mid lane. I think at this point they know almost for sure that Bat Rider is going to be occupying that spot. So who do they want to go use versus the Bat Rider? Viper out, Invoker out. They have a minute to decide. I think right now if they just go for this, you know, pretty early mid-game kind of power play, use the Shadow Shaman to get to level 6. You know, put the Shadow Shaman in the mid lane. That's fine. It's not the best versus Bat Rider, but if you get him a quick level 6, they'll be able to tear down towers really easily, use the giant bulk and the huge damage of double edge from a highly level Centaur Warrunner, and then just try to take a tower advantage, which Wingardium Leviosa, they have Jakiro, they have Sand King. It might be a little bit difficult to do that. They don't really have much range to kill off those Serpent Wards, though. So that could be a route that they go for. They could go big again. I actually know Follow the Reaper probably going to play in the Mirana, so I think the Mirana is probably going to be their primary farmer. I don't see them taking, you know, someone like a Spectre or anything like that and moving into that direction. So they just need a hell. I mean, well, no. Okay, Magnus. Now I was gonna. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say. What I was thinking, because that was just really dumb. But the mid lane is going to be a Magnus now for Overachievers, so they get a little bit more team fights. So it looks like, whereas last game they were like, you have mid game, we have mid game too. This game is like, you have team fight, well, we have team fight as well, because Centaur Warrunner, Magnus, it's pretty good team fight on the side of Overachievers. Get them all locked down for a nice Chain Frost. That is finger looking good. We'll see if Overachievers can execute their tri-lane a little bit better this time. We'll see exactly how their tri-lane actually shapes up. Well, I mean, with the Magnus pick, it was pretty obvious. So never mind. They're going to all go down to the bottom end, and wow, they have picked up all their smokes. Okay. Are they going to smoke up and look for an early first blood? It worked last time, so it'll definitely work again. Let's take a look at the Wingardium Leviosa side really quickly, however. Before we get started, we're going to be seeing Big Rock going to be playing the Wraith King, going to be supported by Froogs on the Sand King, so playing a different bug this game. Shadow Ranger is going to be supporting as Jakiro. Dreams is going to be mid lane as Batrider, and Pato on the top side Darkseer. There is smoke from the Overachiever symbol leading the charge as Magnus. Follow the Reaper is going to be playing the Mirana once again. Paz Kai on the Shadow Shaman. Papa Kircher once again on the Centaur Warrunner, and Andrew Riley playing that Lich. Paz Kai leading the charge. He does have Shackles, so this is the cast range. This is the danger range. But is there any danger really? Yeah, you can't get a... That's not going to happen. Okay, so smoke number 1 being wasted. But what are you going to do, right? Sometimes it's just not there. And now the lanes are going to shape up. Papa Karcher actually going down to the bottom lane. This is going to be pretty aggressive from them. Centaur Warrunner will do well with the farm, but really levels is what the Centaur really wants. And then Mirana, having her go up against the Darkseer, I guess it'll be it still won't be fun for the Overachievers. I mean, Darkseer is pretty good in lane, and I would say could probably outlane any one of the Overachievers heroes that they have right now. I'd say Centaur might have a little bit of... No, okay, Mirana will have a slightly better time up here, but Centaur will have a slightly worse time down here, unless they just run dual lanes. Okay, I mentioned it before, their dual lane potential is there, and it looks like it's not going to happen because Andrew Riley is also leaving the lane. Okay, so I'm just completely wrong on all accounts, so you guys probably just stop listening to me altogether. Papa Karcher is going to not go against Darkseer. He's going to be left alone on the bottom end, perhaps with a little bit of support from Andrew Riley just to deny an occasional creep through sacrifice, something like that. Papa Karcher can try to chase down Shadow Ranger and chop him. There you go. That's a win for him. But follow the Reaper on the top end with Illusion Runes to give him a little bit of edge in this early stage in the game. He'll be facing up against the Darkseer almost solo. Paz Kai is there. If he gets in with a Shackle or anything like that, he could very easily kill off that Darkseer with the burst damage that Mirana and Shadow Shaman have. It'll take a little bit of time before they get that, and if Darkseer gets his levels, then that might just not be an option at all, ever. But I think at least this game is going to be, the start is going to be a lot different from the last. It's going to be a lot more tame. Mostly these lanes are just going to settle into a rut, and then the team's just going to try to find a little bit of farm. This time they will be able to cancel off that ward block, and Big Rock will probably just continue farming happily, though. It is a tri-lane versus a dual lane. Big Rock is not being shut down by any stretch of the imagination. But Papa Karcher, he just hit his level 2 mark. Pato almost at his level 3 mark. Using this Ion Shell, it's actually going to, well, might get him a couple of creep kills, but he's out of range for experience, so I don't know how well it's going to work out for him. It's actually probably helping the Overachievers just a little bit more to clear these neutrals, get Paz Kai a little bit more experience for him. Getting that level 2, or getting that level 6 is super important for a Shadow Shaman. Take a quick look at the mid lane. 10-0 versus 9-0. Dreams going toe-to-toe with that Mag, who's actually gotten a very quick bottle instead of a very quick stick. Hell, regen is regen, right? But Papa Karcher, probably the hero that's in most danger, except for Paz Kai if this happens, because he could very easily die to the Darkseer if he's out of position. The Shackle will probably not save him. I mean, by the time you actually use the Shackle, if Darkseer finds you first, he's already in range, so that Ion Shell is going to be buzzing you, which sucks. But that's the life you live when you choose Shadow Shaman. But yeah, this game rather, going to be a lot more tame. Return being picked up by Centaur. Andrew Riley still sticking around for the occasional Frost Blast. If they catch the Jakiro a little bit too far out, they can kill him. Hoof Stomp into a level 2 double edge once he gets level 4. Although Andrew Riley, if he gets a little bit too far out, they can definitely kill him. There's the Ice Path after a Wraith Fire Blast. Andrew Riley taking a lot of damage, but a 2-man Hoof Stomp. Once again, Papa Karcher on the mark. Big Rock as well as Shadow Ranger, both taking a big chunk of damage. They're going to try to go for this Centaur, and they will be able to bring him down. First Blood is going to go for Shadow Ranger. Big Rock and Shadow Ranger both getting out of there with just a little bit of HP. Frug is going to be doing some very, very slow Sand King jungling, but salves are going to be popping off left and right on this bottom lane. And Centaur is going to be forced to return here through a teleportation scroll, so he's going to be even poorer, though picking up boots, for an off lane hero versus the tri-lane. I guess it is technically a 3v2 lane, so there's that, but he has boots, so he has some farm, he has some levels. Darkseer is about at the same level as the, not by level, like experience level, I mean like overall level, as the Centaur, even though Centaur, of course, did give that first blood. Pato. Gonna get shackled, follow the Reaper, gonna land an arrow as well, but there's no mana for stars, so they really can't get this kill. And they use Hex anyway. Okay. So that Hex was completely wasted, and, well, Dream's gonna look for... Well, he's gonna find the regeneration rune, first of all. Gonna get a bottle as well. Mag as well as Batrider, just, well, actually Mag doing a lot better than I thought. 25 for 1 versus 14 for 0. Maggie doesn't even have a magic stick. Usually you pick up magic stick very early. Hell, you could even get it as your first item if you know you're going to be playing against a Batrider, which I think he probably did know he was going to be playing against a Batrider. But he doesn't even have it yet. He's just going to run straight towards his arc boots. So it doesn't really matter if it works, right? Whatever works, guys. Whatever works. So Mag is getting... wait, what is this? Oh no, okay. There you go. Magic stick. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Big Rock taking a little bit of damage. Wraith King is a big tanky hero, though. He could definitely take it. Sand King hasn't really been doing much. He is level 2. So he does have that level 1 Burrow Strike, though. Burrow Strike, you can see, this range is kind of sad. He's going to come to give his salve to the Wraith King, and he's going to go right back into the jungle. Back to the jungle, Sand King, where you belong. You don't belong in lane with us real heroes. But yeah, okay. So, nothing's really going to happen. If this game does get to the late game, then we'll have a scenario where initiation is probably the overriding factor once again. Pato, once again, is going to get stunned, chain stunned, stars are going to fall, and Pato is going to get shot down. This time, they had the mana. Even follow the Reaper, finding the last hit on that one. Phase Boots doing enough damage even through the level 2 Ether Shock. So the kill on the bottom lane is met with a kill on the top lane. And the score is all tied up. Mirana, though, level 5, farming very, very happily. Almost a little bit better than Big Rock.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged.
I would say Wraith King, well, both of these heroes actually, Wraith King as well as Mirana, don't need that much to be effective. Like, Mirana could go for quite a long time just with 4 points in stars, 4 points in arrow, especially if she has setup from the Shadow Shaman. And Wraith King, as we saw last game, when you play him as full support, it's pretty good as well. So even if these two heroes work on the budget, it won't be terrible for either of them. Invisibility Rune being picked up from Mag, he's going to pop that one, and in the fade time, teleport down to the bottom lane. The skewer back onto Big Rock will kill him off because he does not have reincarnation, though I think Papa Karcher might have just blown his cover. Symbol always getting blocked by Big Rock, but he sees the Jakiro. He killed the Jakiro. He killed both. The greed, how greedy is he? Is he going to cast anything ever? The allies are no longer there, so the opportunity is lost. But Symbol could still look for a 2-man RP. He's gonna do nothing yet. Here comes Centaur and Lich. There's a 2-man RP into the clutches of Papa Karcher. Boom goes the Dynamite. Sand King's gonna drop. Shadow Ranger gonna drop as well. Beautifully played. Such patience from Symbol. He's gonna land the perfect skewer also. I mean, skewering them right back into a hoof stomp. That's the dream, guys. That is the Magnus Centaur dream. At least at this stage in the game. He's gonna put Overachievers at a 3-1 advantage over Wingardium Leviosa. Big Rock, fortunately for him, managed to dodge that bullet. I don't think he knew exactly how close he was to dying, but I would say, well, 2 kills in the support versus 1 kill in the carry, about a wash, as far as about even, let's say, for how much of an impact it will cause in the game. So either way, I think Overcheat is going to be happy now. Shackle onto Pato. Long arrow, is it coming? It is, but the Hex a little bit too late. Pies Kai, you gotta shift Q that Hex if you're planning on using it. Now obviously Hex is something that you want to wait as long as you can to see if your Mirana can actually fire an arrow, see if you have an angle.
Mid tower's getting banged up.
But oh, follow the Reaper, did you DC? Oh, that's Mirana, stop tabbing out, stop checking your Twitter account, it's not important. Alright, so yeah, that could have been a kill if he just shift Q'd Hex. Hex comes out a lot faster than Surge, rather. And then the arrow would have landed. So, a little bit mistakes, but also it's kind of a safety play. And once you shift Q something, there's no way to unshift Q it. And by shift Q, I mean, you know, tell your guy to shackle, and then shift Qing means Hex will instantly pop off as soon as shackle's done. Like, you cannot pop it off faster than that. And you get full value out of it. But Lich has hit level 6, Centaur Warner has hit level 6 quite a while ago. Wraith King level 6 as well, so he's not really a viable kill target anymore, though. Jakiro, a nice tasty level 5, is definitely very, very vulnerable, especially if Papa Karcher just decides to charge him right now, though. Andrew Riley is in a very awkward position. He will instantly teleport out, and Big Rock will guess wrong. So Lich will get out of that awkward position and will return safely to the base. It's just a matter of time before another kill happens. I mean, the top side from Overachiever is constantly searching for the kills, as is the bottom. Dreams hasn't really been doing much this game. He's farming okay, he's farming very well actually, 62 CS versus the 57. Symbol's gonna jump right in. If that landed, that would have been a kill on Dreams, but now he might get lassoed, no. Symbol, sometimes you just gotta YOLO dive it. Batrider narrowly dodging that one, and actually a Blink Dagger being rushed on the Wraith King. Okay, so, you know, primary farmer position, but still going to go for that initiation role anyway. I guess the Sand King doesn't really have anything. He's been jungling, almost purely jungling, actually. There's a blink forward. Wraith King going to secure the kill on the tower. Papa Karcher does have Stampede, so he probably won't die here. Going to land a 2-man hoof stomp on his way out on top of that. And in the meantime, Andrew Riley will find Frug's Chain Frost. Kaboom. Sometimes you just need a nuke that does 250, 280 damage. And that is that. Batrider going to come in with a TB scroll to the bottom tier 2. Will not find the kill on the Lich. He does have a Blink Dagger, however. Mag does he? Yes, he does. So Blink Daggers are up on both sides. Let's see which can be more impactful. Blink Skewer, RP, or Blink Lasso. Obviously, Blink Lasso a little bit easier to land, but both sides now do know that the other side does have that item. Pies Kai. Is it just Pie? Pie Sky? I don't know. I like the full name. Okay. Still looking for angles with Hex or whatnot. Not going to find it, and it looks like the Sand King will make a rotation back up to the top lane. Wraith King actually going to foot the bill for a Smoke of Deceit. Okay, so this Wraith King, he wants blood, and he wants it right now. This is a much more aggressive Wraith King play than I would really expect from someone who is going to be taking the farm in a lane with Jakiro and kind of Sand King. But a 5-man smoke on top side might just result in a double kill, especially if Follow the Reaper and Pie Sky get a little bit too far out. There is a ward there, and Big Rock. It's not going to be revealed just yet. There is a Batrider on the sideline. There it is. Blink Stun and Lasso. Follow the Reaper is so many levels of screwed. Leap is actually going to get canceled. And now Burst Strike on the Pie Sky. Ice Path's going to follow through as well. Andrew Riley can do nothing but watch his Shadow Shaman. Although Shadow Shaman will get himself denied by neutrals. Not bad. Using that Stampede, movement speed to great effect. Though Papa Karcher, I don't know what you're doing there. Ice Path's going to land. No, it's not Ice Path. It's actually Dual Breath. There's the Ice Path that will land Papa Karcher, taking a lot of damage. There's Burst Strike, and he will go down. Blink RP. Going to catch 4. Going to skewer him back. Yes, he will, but it's way too far back. He actually can't do anything with that because the Lich is the only one alive. Guardian Leviosa are going to be like, yo, that was pretty nice of him. Took a lot of damage, but hell, can't really be sad about that if you're on Wingardium Leviosa. Teleportation back to the top lane. Follow the Reaper, going to chase down Shadow Ranger. Stars will miss. Shadow Ranger, though, does have a TP, so he does have a chance at juking this one out. No longer has a chance at juking this one out. You know, Shadow Ranger, it was nice knowing you and every... Oh, he juked the arrow. No, okay. You did what he can, though. You gotta do what you can. It's 5-for-5. Overachiever's giving up a lot on that top fight. That was a really, really rough one for them. First of all, as soon as Follow the Reaper got caught out, everyone should have, you know, at least tried to get back to the tower. Pie Sky, acceptable losses, denied to the neutrals. Papa Karcher getting caught off right here in this area, that's a little bit more questionable. I think it was like, was he not watching his hero? Did he think that they had a chance to get it on that fight? Because that's just a terrible angle to engage. Because when you're fighting like this, when you're going in that direction, you tend to clump up. So, you know, clumping up is bad against the Sand King, Jakiro, and a Batrider. And also he knows that the enemy has Blink Daggers. There's a Blink Skewer, by the way. Speaking of Blink Daggers, onto Pato. Arrow's going to fly a little bit wide, but it doesn't matter because the Mirana will find the kill regardless. Shadow Shaman finding enough gold for Arcane Boots through that. They could actually look for perhaps the tower. Arcane Boots everywhere. Look at that efficiency. Yeah, they're going to drop the Master Serpent Wards for the first time, I believe. And they should be able to take this tower, although there's a big 3-man smoke on the other end. Frug's does have a blink. He rushed Naked Blink. Oh, this is going to be devastating. They definitely don't know about this. I didn't even see that saying he had no items. Sand King jungling mad slow, but hey, you don't need much to do it. He has a Naked Blink Dagger Epicenter. This guy, He went deep. He went real deep. Let's see if it'll actually pay off for him. Still, Blink Burrow Strike, even if it's only level 3 Burrow Strike, that's still pretty legit. Like, let's be honest. Blink Burrow Strike is... I mean, they have Blink Wraithfire and Blink Lasso, but still, you have 3 Blink Daggers on Wingardium Leviosa. These guys, they love their mobility. In the end, I think it's going to be a 1-for-1 tower trade. This guy doesn't even need to drop his Serpent Wards for this one. They can even keep going if they really wanted to. Fortification will pop off on the Radiant. I believe already has been used on the Dire. Yes, it has. So even towers. This will, of course, benefit Overachievers. The mid-tier one for Radiant, a little more valuable than the top towers for Overachievers. But if they can make it a 2-for-1, that's really damn good. Liquid Fire versus Serpent Wards. What level is Liquid Fire? It is level 4. About equal amounts pushing, but there's a Blink Skewer attempt on the Big Rock. Probably not would have been the best. He's going to jump forward, actually going to go for High Sky. Instantly, the invisibility is there. Arrow's going to land as well. They're going to chain stun him down, but that is, of course, well, Epicenter's going to come in, do a lot of damage onto Symbol as well as Papa Carter, but will not kill much. Patsu will take a lot of damage from the stars, and there's an RP. Will cancel off the Lasso from Dreams. Chain Frost now going to bounce through, doing a lot of damage. Big Rock will be brought down for a second time. Looks like Centaur will give his life for that. Chain Frost still bounces ground. Follow the Reaper going to find that kill after that last bounce. And Batrider going to blink south towards safety. And again, was that just a 2-for-2? Big ultimates, lots of ultimates. It's 2-for-2, but Shadow Ranger on the top side did take down a tower. In the meantime, mid tower. Oh, well, the combat log scrolls a little bit too quickly, so I don't know if it was killed or denied. But I'm assuming with Shadow Shaman wards there, it was killed. So it was a 2-for-2 towers and kills. You don't see that every day, do you? 2 kills, 2 towers going to either side. Overachievers killing off Wraith King, keeping the Mirana alive. Yeah, they got the upper hand on all of that. Mirana even got a kill at the end of that. 2,000 gold in her bank account with Phase Boots, Drum, Aquila already active 16 minutes in. So this Mirana is going to farm very well. If the last game was any indication, the item should be, by the way, Lich dying in the mid lane, the item should be a Maelstrom. I don't think this game should be any different. Tier 1 tower, though, going to get pushed. Shadow Ranger with level 4 Liquid Fire, slowing this tower's attack speed down to a crawl, doing literally no damage, and they're just going to wail on it, and there's no response from Overachievers. Without their Lich Chain Frost and RP, they really can't do much. That's the beauty of, well, I mean, Wingardium Leviosa, they don't have Reincarnation or Epicenter. They do have Lasso, however. Much shorter cooldowns than the big fight spells of Overachievers, and Dream's going to jump forward for a Hex. There's the Blink Skewer, will miss, but a 2-man stomp, 3-man stomp actually will not. Big Rock will get blown up. Frogs will get a pretty good Burrow Strike through, and a good vacuum into a Macropyre wall. It's going to be a 2-for-1 exchange just thus far. Frogs don't think he'll be able to live, though. He does have a Blink Dagger very soon, and he will blink and TP, but will it be enough? It won't, because he blinked into the weirdest position. Follow the Reaper, going to chuck an arrow, will land it point blank onto Dream. Stars will fall. He will get lassoed, however. The rest of the team a little bit too far behind, and he will go down. It is a 3-for-2 now. Symbol, as well as the Lich. Got to back off, though. Symbol, what are you doing? What are you doing? He has a Blink RP, I guess. No, he doesn't, because of the wall canceling off his Blink Dagger. So the tower does stand, but Overachievers lose that tier 1. That was a really, really wonky fight, guys. A great vacuum, though, from the Darkseer into the Jakiro special. Macropyre, Dual Breath, Ice Path as well. Pretty much tore Overachievers to shreds. Papa Karcher is going to head straight on towards a pipe, I think. He should. You know, yeah, Mech is already up on the Lich, so he's going to go straight for a pipe. That will save them so much effective HP. When you have Jakiro, Batrider, Sand King, and Darkseer on the other end, that's going to be so much value. Cancel off his blink, no, or just fucking kill him. No reincarnation for a whole minute, as Big Rock is going to die. He is 0-3-6. This is a quote-unquote carry Wraith King, though his score indicates that he's playing support, guys. With Paiskai's wards up, they're going to look to take a tier 1 of their own. They've lost all of their own tier 1s, including one of their tier 2s, so there is a 2-0 tower advantage in favor of Wingardium Leviosa. Not too substantial at this stage of the game. Especially, yeah, this entire gold earned advantage is pretty much the towers. So, Serpent Wards get dropped. This tower is not long for life. They could respond Wingardium Leviosa, but it's really not worth it fighting in Serpent Wards. So Shadow Shaman going to find his second tower destruction. Looks like he's going to rush a BKB, and Batrider actually using that Firefly, has Boots of Travel, Force Staff, and Blink. This guy is mad stacked. 504, 110 CS, most gold per minute on the map. This Batrider is the initiation monster. But the question is, will that be enough for Wingardium Leviosa? If he's slow on the draw or whatever, if the Shadow Shaman is... Oh, okay, we're back. That was... not sure if that was me or what, but whatever. If the Shadow Shaman is quick on the draw with the Hex, then suddenly they could easily punish this Dreams Batrider initiation, no matter how many items he has. Unless he has a BKB, that's probably his next item. They're going to 5-man this bottom lane. Liquid Fire is still an option. They do have Reincarnation. They should. Yes, they do. And they have Blink Lasso. This fight, it's going to be really difficult for Overachievers, barring a big reverse polarity. And Batrider already on the hunt. Who's he going to find? He's going to find Magnus. He's going to drag him back really far. He's going to get stunned. Symbol will not get a chance to do anything. Papa Cartridge can blink straight into an Ice Path. He's not going to get anything done either. Chain Frost will bounce through, but it is already... Actually, it's still bouncing, doing a lot of damage. Big Rock, though, still very healthy. He has Reincarnation, so he has a whole other life. Buyback from the Mag now, as Pies Kai is... Oh, there's Symbol looking for an RP. Will catch it onto 2, but the Epicenter is there. Pies Kai will get punished. Shadow Ranger still alive at 20 HP. Symbol needs another Shockwave. He's not going to land, however. In the meantime, Dark's here, running away from everyone else. Andrew Riley going to go down. Follow the Reaper is going to try to juke this one out, but there is a Burrow Strike. There is a Wraith Fire Blast. Follow the Reaper is also going to go down. That is like a 7 for 0. Something like that. 4, 5, 6 for 0. That was a brutal fight for Wingardium Leviosa. No, they're going to make it 7-0. They're like, no, Mike Loris, you were right. It was a 7 for 0. Bring Big Rock all the way back in. They lose Reincarnation. Oh no, they lost Reincarnation. It's a hell of a long cooldown, but I think they're going to be okay with that. 17 for 11, and that is going to plummet, or I guess skyrocket the experience and gold earned in favor of the Wingardium Leviosa side. That fight was just so damn messy for Overachievers. With Overachievers' lineup, they want a nice cluster team fight. I mean, that's kind of what Wingardium Leviosa wants as well, but when the Magnus gets picked off for, you can cast a single spell, and then your secondary initiator blinks into an Ice Path to also do nothing. That's a disastrous fight right there. Shadow Shaman, I don't believe, had the wards up. He just used them to push bottom lane. So that was not an option. And at that point, Chain Frost, although it did get quite a few bounces, it's not really going to win you the fight when the enemy Jakiro is landing all his skills, when the Epicenter is going to catch 2. The Batrider has already done his job. Wingardium Leviosa take a great fight. They don't take Roche or anything like that. They don't take the tower. But hey, sometimes a fight is all you need. Mirana actually going to go straight for what looks like a Lincoln Sphere. Got to protect yourself against that Blink Lasso of the Batrider. Also a targeted Burrow Strike will get blocked. Wraith Fire Blast will also get blocked. They're going to Moonlight Shadow right under an Observer Ward. That just sucks. But what are you going to do, right? And then they're going to show themselves again. Are they going to run into Dreams? He has a gem. Oh, Dreams is on the hunt. The hunters have become the hunted. Dreams wants blood. He's not going to find any, but he might... No, well, no, he's not. He's way too far away at this point. Just dewarding with the gem. He's going to surge forward. He could still catch someone. There's no Firefly damage, but oh my god, look at this mobility from this Batrider. It's kind of not fair because of surge, but whatever. Anyway, 22 minutes in, 17 for 11, and Wingardium Leviosa. They have a pretty good edge right now. If their team fight continues to come together like this, they'll be able to just take team fight after team fight after team fight and just take the edge every single time. Looks like they might want to go for round 2 on the bottom lane. Although Frug's not going to be there for now. Kind of a weird decision. They did this last game too. They just like sent someone off to defend a push, but that wasn't even like defending a push. They're gonna kill off Magnus. That's what they're gonna do. So many Blink Daggers on the Wingardium Leviosa side, and they are they also gonna get a tower? The greedy play turned out to be the correct play. Liquid Fire is there. Big Rock, does he have Reincarnation? He does not. If he had Reincarnation, I think they'd be a little more inclined to fight this, but they don't. But they're instead going to just push out the top lane just a little bit more and force Overachievers into a very, very awkward position. Pato Big Rock looking to go back in perhaps. Although, or Dreams on Frugs. they're pushing this top lane, and Papa Kircher is one of the few heroes that can actually defend this because he's not in any danger of dying. He has a Hooded Defiance, he's a very tanky hero, he has Stampede as well. But Dream's going to boots of travel back to the bottom lane and prep for initiation. Very slowly. Eventually he'll get there. Maybe they don't even need to fight for this. Tower is taking the burn damage. Yep, they're going to look for it anyway. Dreams, you want to go for Andrew Riley? I think you should. No, he wants bigger. No, okay, he's going to get him. Papa Karcher going to jump forward for a miss stomp. Once again, Big Rock can land the stun onto Papa Karcher. There's the vacuum. No, but a 4-man RP, and everyone from the Radiant is going to get absolutely destroyed. Vacuum back, but it's a little bit too late. Where is the epicenter? It is not even in this fight. It is. There it is. Do a little bit of damage. Follow Reaper will kill off Paiskai, but it won't be enough because already the damage is done. Wingardium Leviosa are going to get absolutely destroyed. And Big Rock using his TP, using his Blink Dagger to get himself out to safety. Overachievers, they showed that last fight was a fluke. Now they're going to go on the crackback. Might get a tier 2 of their own. They only lose the Shadow Shaman. But again, that fight happened because of a 4-man RP from the Magnus. That RP was pretty much as good as Overachievers could ask. Chain Frost to follow up. And that was initiation on their Lich after a missed Centaur Warrunner stomp. Luckily, Symbol was there to deliver, and Tier 2 Tower take a little bit of a beating. Big Rock is there with a possible Blink stun initiation. Has a BKB now as well. Just get more water, guys, so I don't die. And that fight will give the Centaur Warrunner his pipe. It's a lot of damage, magical damage, that will be mitigated through the use of that item. Now, Big Rock on the other end does have a BKB, so he's going to take literally no magic damage. RP, though, does go through it, and I believe that's it. Yes, that is all that goes through that BKB of the Wraith King. Batrider once again going to look for some initiation. Let's see if this team fight can happen. RP will be up in 10 seconds. Serpent Ward's up at about the same time. Everything will be up at the same time, actually. Free tower. Cool. Ringed Sphere is up for Mirana. Fortunately for her, she's not going to be doing any damage, but really it's the spells that are king right now, so it's completely fine with the Mirana.
Radiant's top towers.
And top lane, can take some damage, although Jakiro will be there. Jakiro's actually getting quite a bit of farm. He's 636. I'm going to slowly clear it off with the new and not necessarily improved Dual Breath. But all the creeps are dead, and he has a 4-staff, and while they see that the Jakiro's gone, everyone from Overachievers, they're going to go on the hunt. No TP scroll on the Darkseer, though he does have Surge. I think he must know that something's around here. Initiation is pretty much just Blink Stomp. If they could catch Big Rock, they might be able to take him down twice. Although there's a Stampede, and Darkseer is going to get slowed down. Arrow from point blank will land, and, well, okay, RP was not used. It was cancelled. Good. Good for them, at least. They get the kill on the Darkseer, although I don't think they knew that Wraith King was just to the north of him. Wraith King, once again, dodging death, albeit narrowly. With the Darkseer down, do they want to go for Roshan? It's awfully risky. They don't have Stampede for this. They're going to land an arrow onto Rosh, and, okay. That's interesting. They're going to clear this pretty quickly because they do have the Serpent Wards. Symbol perhaps is going to rely on his Blink RP to give him the edge over Batrider, but Batrider will have Firefly. This is not going to be a secret for anyone. The arrow onto Dreams, actually. There, Frogos is going to jump right in for an already prepped Epicenter. Do so much damage. The pipe mech gets popped off. The Big Rock has returned to this fight. He's going to start wailing on Papa Kircher. One down. It is the Sand King, and Papa Kircher invisible. He will go down in the end. Paiskai as well. Also going to get dragged out and killed. Serpent Ward still blasting, and Symbol. Oh, arrow gonna fly onto Big Rock. RP missed. He completely messed up. Magnus landing it on absolutely nobody. He will get the kill on Jakiro regardless. Serpent Ward still doing damage to Roshan, but he will get stunned, and he probably will get cleaned up, though he's very tanky now with the Reaver being picked up. There's a vacuum onto Follow the Reaper. He will leap out. He should be fine, though. Pato can give chase. Andrew Riley is there. Cannot really help Mirana at all. The Big Rock has taken down the mag, and now Batrider, following a very long flame break, will not make that happen. Follow Reaper gets out alive, but a disastrous RP from Overachievers. I'm not too sure what happened there. I was gonna say the ice path might have hit, but it didn't because he just blinked in straight after,
Courtesy of the Radiant.
and then I guess he fat fingered it. Either way, if he landed a 3-man RP there, that would have been so different. But he done goofed, guys. He done goofed, and he paid the price for it. That's going to give Roshan to the Wingardium Leviosa side. 22 of 18. Arrow going to fly and hit onto Big Rock. He does not have reincarnation, though. That will pop the Aegis. Vacuum back onto all 4. Dreams going to get absolutely beaten down now. Chain Frost will start bouncing. There's the nice 2-man Burrow Strike from Frugs. Big Rock can pop the BKB once again. Chain Frost still doing damage in the end. Big Rock will survive. After that, Aegis will pop, although Symbol gonna jump forward for a big skewer onto that Darkseer. Will pop his pipe off, and he already does have a Surge active. Is there any stun? Is there anything that they have to catch up to this Darkseer? There is not. Big Rock can land another stun. It will get absorbed by the Lincoln Sphere. It will blink out successfully. In the meantime, topside, Papa Kercher gonna try to get a kill onto Shadow Ranger. Is there any help? Symbol is going to head his way up there, but a Force Stab up to the top side, and that will let him teleport out to safety. Overachievers, it looked like they could have gotten 1, maybe 2 kills. They end up getting the Bat Rider previously, but that's about it. They could have gotten so much more if just the right pieces were in the right place, but unfortunately, it was not destined for that. 23 versus 19 at the moment. Lincoln Sphere getting Mirana a little bit of value. Overachievers still very, very reliant on this RP to make these fights happen. Partially the reason why we don't see Mag as often anymore because of the long cooldown of RP. As far as big teamfight ultimates go, 100 seconds isn't that bad. But Overachievers, they need an explosive fight to happen. And if Wingardium Leviosa get caught out by it, then great. But otherwise, Blink Dagger Sand King is going to be there every single time, doing so much damage. And now, with the Helm of Iron Will, he's clearly going to go for a Veil of Discord, looking to amplify that magic damage of the Jakiro and of his friendly Bat Rider and Darkseer. So a lot of magic damage is going to be flying. And BKBs from Overachievers, it's, well, Pieskai's going to go for an Aghanims, actually. No BKB on Mirana, none on Lich. Force Staff is nice. Pipe is helpful as well. But Overachievers, they just have to turtle for now. They've lost all their outer towers, whereas Wingardium Leviosa still have 3. And they're going to, it looks like they're going to try to breach the base. They have all the pieces. Don't have Aegis, but they have Reincarnation, which is like Aegis, except better, because it slows, I guess. Is it strictly better? It costs mana, I guess, which isn't, yeah, okay. That's the only downside, I suppose. Overachievers, their fight is a lot stronger when they're in the Roshan pit and when they're inside their base like this. But Wingardium Leviosa, they don't actually need to go and push right now. They could just farm the entire map while Overachievers are stuck in their base. Now they do have smokes, they do have Mirana ultimates, so they could look for some fighting outside of their base. But if they walk into a trap of a Bat Rider or something, they could get it turned on them very, very quickly. They're going to go for top lane, but it looks like Big Rock, Pato, as well as Frog already out. Overachievers got a 5-man at this time. They might be able to take down this tower. Yeah, it's pretty weak. This tower is dead. This might also be a level 2 Serpent Wards from Shadow Shaman, so they could look to go for 2. Might be a little bit greedy, although sometimes you just got a YOLO push. Now we're going to fly. Not to anyone. Smoke has been used. Shadow Ranger and Frugs off on the side. Completely invisible. Epicenter is being charged off. It will go forward for Papa Kercher, though the pipe blocking a lot of that damage. Back, all 5 into the wall, but instantly the Stampede going to disengage them. Blink forward for Big Rock and land a stun onto Papa Kercher. He wants the Centaur dead. He probably will get it as well. There it is. Is there anything else that will happen? Blink forward from Sand King looking for a Burrow Strike, and the, wow, Skewer. That was pretty freaking weird. Another blink forward from Big Rock. Symbol is going to get beaten upon, and the lasso onto Pieskai as well. Needs to drop the Serpent Wards, but it will not happen. He will go down in that back end, and Chain Frost will bounce between Frugs and Pato, but it will not make a difference. Mirana as well as Mag still alive, but Big Rock looking to change that up pretty soon. Lincoln Sphere getting a little bit more value there, but I don't think it's, well, it might be enough to let him survive, but still, they lost 3. Mag still in the trees. Big Rock wants another go at this. He wants it. He's going to land the Wraith. Fire Blast, and then Frugs with follow-up, but Mirana just a little bit too tanky. Wraith King not getting any Maelstrom procs, and it looks like they're just going to go for the top lane. Top lane, mid lane. Top lane's a little bit weaker. Why not go for the top lane? Overachiever's going to be back soon enough, but I think, well, Batrider needs a mana. Yeah, do they have any arcane boots? Yeah, they do have arcane boots. Okay. So Dream's is going to have Blink Lasso kind of soon, although he's completely tapped out of mana. There you go. Now Blink Lasso onto the Shadow Shaman. Stampede. And, okay. Intimidation Stampede. That was a back the fuck off Stampede, guys. And it worked. It worked. Alright, so Overachievers right now, they're kind of on the ropes. 12,000 gold, well, 12,000 experience advantage. That is not the gold earn button. Over 10,000 gold going the way of Wingardium Leviosa. Of course, you can't really count out a team with Chainfrost, RP, Centaur. They could definitely make this comeback if they get some miracle team fighting, but Wingardium Leviosa, if they keep getting initiation as they have been, this is going to go so well for them. I mean, hell, even last team fight up on top lane, they wasted an epicenter on one guy, and it was fine. It was perfectly okay. Papa Karcher did go down in the end, and the kill's a kill. I think just with a Wraith King blanking in with the BKB, it's just so disruptive. You can't really do much against that. Even if the Sand King is, you know, already used as payload, Wraith King is going to be an absolute terror. Are there 4 Blink Daggers on the side? Yeah, Blink Dagger is a good item, guys. Chikiro, unfortunately, is not going to go for a Blink Dagger, so we won't be seeing the entire team blinked out. They're going to go towards the mid lane. Overachievers looking for a possible pick, but a sheep stick up on this Batrider. This guy is absolutely terrifying right now. So many items, so many utility items. It's a matter of time before Wingardium Leviosa look to take another team fight. They have Epicenter up. They have everything ready, actually. Roshan will respawn in... Is this a minute? So it's like 30 seconds? Is that what this clock says? Or is it this? I have no idea. But anyway, they're going to look for Froogs. They will land a stun. Can they burst him down? He's going to get force staffed out. And he has a Burrow Strike opportunity. He's going to land it. And Froogs will go invisible. There's a Sentry Ward. And Froogs will go down in the end. Is there anyone else who wants to die? Shackle now onto Pato. Can they kill this Darkshade? That's pretty ambitious. He's very tanky. Not the target they actually want to focus. He has a Surge as well. And Magnus still invisible under the Moonlight Shadow cover. Papa Karcher on the front line still. Stampede has been used only to kill off the Sand King. Are they going to look to take a tower off of this? There's no towers in the mid lane, unfortunately for them. Roshan not up either. I think this is the timer. 35? How's this 35 seconds? Oh, this is the... What? Oh, that was the minimum, and then this is the possible. Okay, I understand now, guys. Guys, I've learned how to tell time. Yeah, okay, I got it. Okay. Although I wish it would just tell you straight off what it was. So Roshan is going to spawn very, very soon. Overachievers, they cannot go in for this. Wingardium Leviosa, they can. They have the Wraith King, who could pretty much solo it. Mjolnir being picked up on Wraith King. With the Batrider being able to pull people down into the Roshan pit, which makes it so dangerous for Overachievers. They really only need Big Rock down here as well. Well, they might need one more guy. It's going to be pretty slow. Big Rock apparently isn't big enough. This would have been a lot funnier if this was Dota 1, where Roshan is a ancient granite golem, I think it's called. But yeah, Batrider going to lay some cover for the team. Liquid Fire now onto Roshan. RP opportunities could catch all 5, especially if arrow hits on the Shadow Ranger. Though Blink Daggers are available, Dream's going to lose his vision. Where is the mag? Where is he? He's so far away. Big Rock's still working on it. There's his Blink 4 for Papa Kurtz. He's going to try to land a stun to Big Rock, but it's too late. Big Rock's actually going to turn this one around on him. There's an RP. Won't catch. Will only catch 2 into the Chain Frost. Not going to be too terrible, though. It's going to get bounced back to Roshan, and then it will dissipate on Roshan. Back to the illusions. Dreams will take a little bit of damage, but that's about it. Big Rock will reincarnate back up, and he's going to try to go for Symbol. He's going to try to go for Frug at the same time. The Surge and the Sandstorm will keep him alive. Symbol going to get stunned by another Wraith Fire Blast. That's going to be a double kill for the Big Rock, and Dreams in the meantime will also finish off the Reaper. That might be game. They're going to push forward after taking down this very, very weakened Roshan. They're going to look to take mid-Raxes, and this time they're going to take the entirety of it.
And the Radiant done the deed.
Aegis on Wraith King, so another reincarnation for him. And then this tower. Epicenter wasn't even used in that last fight. Magnus, if he was right here at the right time, 4-man RP. Possibly even 5. I mean, Overachievers, that timing was as good as it could have been for them. The execution had a little bit to be desired. Shock will fly, but Big Rock, he has a Blink Dagger. Don't forget, melee Rax can take some damage, will go down. Blink, something, oh, Blink, 4-staff Lasso. That is initiation with style. Follow the Reaper is going to get blown up. Yes, Pies Kai's also going to die. And that's the GG call, guys. Follow the Reaper is going to call it. So, Wingardium Leviosa tie it up 1-1. 40-minute game. Hopefully the next one's going to be a little bit shorter because my voice is giving out. But that is going to be it, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Stick around for game number 3. We'll be up soon enough. GG, guys.